Hello everyone, I am Roby1475 and this is Draft School. In this video, we'll be looking at a Rivals of Ixalan Best of 1 draft I did at some point in the past. We will examine the draft pick by pick to see how and if I could have made better picks. If I made a good pick, we'll discuss why, and for subpar picks, we will discuss what cards in the pack may have been better. We will be using Channel Fireball's pick orders as a guide, but as always, these are never a hard and fast rule. After the draft, we will see how I built the deck, and then we will see how it performs. Okay, we see here in this pack we have a Temple, Ultrasaur, and then 2 Forerunners, one for the Pirates and one for the Dinosaurs. The Temple Ultrasaur is probably the best card in the pack, but very slim margin between that and the 2 Forerunners. What I eventually ended up picking was the Forerunner of the Coalition, which is the Dinosaur. I mean the Pirate pick. I like the Pirate deck in this format, so that's kind of what I was leaning towards at the moment. A good pick would have been either the other Forerunner or the Ultrasaur itself. Now here in this pack we have a Trapjaw Tyrant, which is a very good card. We also have some other pretty decent cards like Curious Obsession and Riverwise Augur, Exultant Skymarch. I did end up picking the Trapjaw Tyrant. It's just a very powerful card, and if you can resolve it and get a couple of creatures off the board, it makes games really easy to win. So that's what we picked, considering this Crushing Tides card here at the moment, and it would have been an alright pick, but ultimately the Trapjaw Tyrant is the best in the pack. Thinking really hard about it, we went ahead and took it. Okay, now I've decided that we're going to be on like the dinosaur deck. The dinosaur colors in this format are green, red, and white, so those are kind of the cards I'm paying attention to at this moment. The Cacophonodon, the Cherished Hatchling, good cards for the dinosaur deck. Knight of the Stampede is also a good card. It's ultimately the one we end up taking. It provides mana ramp, so to speak, for dinosaurs. So, very good card if you want to put out big old dinosaurs, which is kind of the fun of the dinosaur deck, so it's kind of what I was thinking. Doing my due diligence here and considering some of the other cards, but ultimately I do end up picking the Knight of the Stampede here. Okay, so we're on to pick 4. Doing a little look around. There's the Divine Verdict. It's alright removal. The Skymark Aspirant here is a pretty good card. A 1-drop 2/1 that gets flying. If you have the City's Blessings, pretty decent, but removal's good too, and being able to kill a attacking or blocking creature, pretty nice. So we picked that card. So on to pick 5. Pick 5, we have some Sailor of Means in the pack, some other cards, not anything that is on our game plan as far as dinosaurs, and we're kind of tunnel visioned here, I think. So we picked Sun Sentinel. Vicious Vampires, probably one of the better cards in the pack. Ferocious Vampires, rather. But that was in another color set that we weren't considering. It's probably better to have stayed open, because we're only 5 picks into the draft, so snatching up the Vampires over the Sentinel probably would have been the better choice. But on to pick 6. Considering some combat tricks here, considering a Stampede Horncrest, little equipment. None of these are great. We do end up picking the Legion Conquistador. It's not on theme, but it is in the colors we're kind of shooting for, and if you get a handful of those, a couple of them, 2, 3, they're really good. So we pick them because you can tutor for the other ones, more or less. Okay, pick 7. Pick 7. We ultimately go with the Sun-Crested Pterodon. The other cards in the deck, in the pack rather, are all pretty equal in power level based on what we're doing, well, attempting to do. Okay, pick 8. We see a Cacophanodon and a Cheris Hatchling. We'd considered those several packs earlier, and here we are considering them again. Let's see, looking through my notes. The Raptor, the Cacophanodon, and the Cheris Hatchling are all pretty similar. We went with the Hatchling. I think the desire to kind of produce dinosaurs that fight when the ETB was what we were looking at. Buccaneers Bravado again. We could have taken the Goblin Trailblazer in that last pack over the Buccaneers Bravado, but I think we wanted some combat tricks. The Trailblazer might have been a better choice. Okay, pick 10. We picked the Enchantment Talania's Crown. Not a good pick. Should have picked the Hardy Veteran, probably. Or, hell, the Raptor might have been better. Colossal Dreadmaw. Things are going fast, so we're going to go... the Cacophanodon probably would have been a better pick over the Dreadmaw. Ooh, Freebooter or Shatter. Probably should have picked the Freebooter. Shatter didn't even make it into the deck. And then we're just picking up chaff at this point. It's a sideboard card. In best of ones, not a thing. So now we're on to pack 2, pick 1. We have a nice set of things to look at. Nothing in our theme. We could do white cards. The Famished Paladin is probably a good pick. We could have gone for. Probably not great outside of the Vampires deck, the Famished Paladin. So we went with the Swaggering Corsair. Probably the best pick out of this pack, truth be told, for us. But nothing really good. Sphinx's Decree is the rare card, and it is pretty poo. So avoided that that trap in that one. Okay, so we see another Knight of Stampede. That would have been good. But we do pick Baffling End. It is removal. And removal is good. So ultimately, this probably was the best pick for what we're doing at this point. Profane Possession is a really good card, but it's outside of our wheelhouse. So we pick Baffling End. Okay, so we picked up the Trapjaw Tyrant in the first pack, and now we're looking for ways to enrage it. So we're considering Reckless Rage here for that reason. And there's another Knight of Stampede. We pick Reckless Rage over Knight of Stampede so that we could enable some Trapjaw shenanigans outside of combat. I think that's a pretty good pick. Knight of Stampede might have been, and also an acceptable pick there. All right. Pick 4. We pick Shake the Foundations, also to enable Enraged. Fanatical Firebrand would have done that as well. And we could have picked a Legion Conquistador, go with our other one. But Shake the Foundations, alright. Luminous Bonds, an easy pick because it is removal, and all good decks have removal. So there's nothing to defend there. That's a good pick, I think. All right. Pick 6. We go with the Sun Sentinel, which is a 2-drop Vigilance 2/2 creature. There's really not much else here. The Araska Raptor, not all that great. Alright, now here is where things go a little pear-shaped. We picked the Stubborn Century. We should have picked the Legion Conquistador, probably. Very confident in that pick, but it was wrong. Alright, here in pick 8, we go with the Legion Conquistador. Had we picked the Legion Conquistador in the last pick 7, we would have quite a few, a good number, something to make them pretty powerful. But we picked Snubhorn 7. Still salty about that, but it's okay. Here we pick the Strider Harness. There wasn't really anything for our deck in this, so we picked up a harness that might be useful, equipment that might be useful. We're trying to decide between the Mana Rock, the total sideboard card, and the equipment. We go with the equipment. Okay, pick 10. Suncrested Pterodon, that was an easy pick for what was there. Again, we're just going to go through and pick up chaff now. None of these make it into the deck, so we're not going to worth talking about it. Obviously just getting the stuff that's on theme. Okay, now what we have here is a tough decision. We have a Regisaur Alpha and some more removal in Ixalan's Binding. These are really the only 2 cards we consider in this pack. Everything else isn't really worth our time. We ultimately pick Regisaur Alpha. It makes a creature when it comes onto the battlefield, and gives other dinosaurs haste. So ultimately, for being on theme, that was the best pick for us. Now here we have another set of tough decisions to make. We have Pounce, which is a decent bit of removal. And we also have Territorial Hammerskull, and then Snapping Sailback. What we end up going with is Territorial Hammerskull. Snapping Sailback would have been a pretty good pick as well, considering we were kind of trying to steer towards the enraged theme. Honestly, I regret not picking the Sailback over the Territorial Hammerskull. Probably won't defend this pick. It was good. It does tap down creatures when you attack, but as far as trying to go for like an enraged deck, which is what we were trying to do, Hammerskull, I mean, the Snapping Sailback, probably a better pick than the Hammerskull, but it is what it is. It's not a bad pick. Okay, pick 3, pack 3. We snap up the Savage Stomp here pretty quickly. It's great for triggering enraged. It costs less if you have dinosaurs, which was our theme, and you get a +1/+1 counter. It's kind of the whole shebang. Definitely not better than just a plain Pounce. I mean, definitely better than a plain Pounce. So, snapping that up. Okay. Now, pick 4. We have a Sky Terror, and we have a Commune with Dinosaurs. Everything else in this deck is just meh for what we're going for. So the real decision is between Commune with Dinosaurs and the Sky Terror. I think right here we're counting creatures is kind of what we're doing, trying to decide whether we want another creature or if we want a Commune with Dinosaur spell. Sitting in the future, knowing what I know, I think the Sky Terror would have been a better pick than Commune with Dinosaurs, although they are kind of close. All right, counting more creatures again. I imagine this is what we're doing here, trying to decide between the Interdiction and probably the Belligerent Barontodon. We do go with the Pious Interdiction, rather. It's a good card. It's removal. Get a little bit of life gain tacked onto that. Removal, as in like a pacifism effect. No, it's strictly removal. It does take the creature out of combat. Okay. Pick 6. Got ourselves some like a wily goblin, a Ryle, a Raptor Companion. We go with Ryle here. Raptor Companion was probably a good choice as well, but we wanted to trigger like enraged, so we were worried we wouldn't have enough enraged spells. Sure Strike, it's a combat trick. We're just picking up what kind of fits for us. Picked up the Nest Robber. It was really a toss-up between Nest Robber and Ryle with that pick, so we went with the extra creature. Might have been worth getting the Ryle, though. Unknown Shores is the pick we pick here. Nothing else really suits us, so go with that. With the Knight. Go with Rallying Roar. Everything else. Demystify Legion's Judgment. Legion's Judgment might have been alright there. Over what we didn't end up picking, which was Rallying Roar. With the Frenzied Raptor. These really aren't very notable picks. All right, now it is time to build our deck. So let's look at what we have. We have 20 creatures. 9 instants, 3 sorceries, 2 artifacts, one of which is an equipment. All right. Now let's do we're picking out cards that are not creatures that we probably won't use. And we'll take out these Conquistadors too, while we're thinking about it. They're not very much on theme. Okay, a lot of 2-drops. All right, we need to get rid of 10 cards. Squadron Corsair. All right, let's look at what removal we have. We have Baffling End. We have Luminous Bonds. We have Perilous Interdiction. And we have Trapjaw Tyrant. So that's good. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. I guess Reckless Rage kind of counts as removal too, so that's 5 removals. Oh, we have 1, 2, 3. This is kind of pseudo removal too, but 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 2-drop creatures. All right, 7 more cards to go. Let's take out this aura. It's not the greatest. We were able to pick up some other stuff that triggers Enrage, so that's better. We'll take out the Striding Harness. Okay, let's see. Alright, our enchantments are Baffling End, Luminous Bonds, and the Purus Interdiction. So we're not going to cut any of those. We have 3 sorceries. What are the sorceries? It's an instance. Ryle. We're not cutting Ryle. We're probably not cutting Commune with Dinosaurs. What's the last sorcery? Oh, Savage Stomp. Don't want to 86 Savage Stomp. So what do we have? 6 instances. What are our instances? Moment of Triumph, Reckless Rage, Ryle, Sure Strike, Shake the Foundation. Okay, we want to keep Shake the Foundation. We want to keep a Reckless Rage. Well cut. Moment of Triumph. Still need to get Ooh, shaving this down is always a tough one. 86 Rally Roar. 86 in Rally Roll, so it's 2 more. See, what's that leave us at? 14 creatures. Oh, I don't know if I'm comfortable with 14 creatures. This concludes the deck building portion of the video. From here on out, it's just me commentating my games and narrating lines of play and stuff. Stick around and see how the deck turns out, but if y'all have any suggestions on how I could have built the deck better based on the cards that we picked, you can go ahead and leave those suggestions in the comments below. We all learn by sharing information, and that's what this video is about. I'm trying to get better, and I hope that I can help y'all get a wee bit better as well. But from here on out, just enjoy the games. Ooh. That's poop. Guess that's a little better. Well, at least we can cast our Hammer Skull on curve, so go us. Target creature you don't control. Target creature I do control. Next, attack us all. Tap that bad boy down. Put out my Sun Sentinel. Got a nice little block going there. Got rid of a creature. Would have been nice to get an enrage trigger off of that, but we do what we can. I need a card draw. This Soul of the Rapids is going to cause us a good chunk of trouble, I think. Going to lock this down, and then I'm going to attack. We will target this creature. I'm attacking in... Okay, they didn't block. I didn't figure they would. It is what it is, though. Alright, next. Go to combat. Locking this creature down again. Oh, Lord. Damn it. Well, that's all she wrote, folks. Wah, wah, wah. Let's get back into this. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Guess we keep this. Got a turn 1 play. Turn 4 play. Sure. That was dumb. Thought that creature was tapped. It's locked up, but it's not tapped. Wah, wah, wah. This person's got a pretty good little vampire deck going on here. Okay, so wah wah wah. Good Lord. Well, there you go. Beefy. That's so frustrating. I didn't get any removal. That game. Hey, what's up, Benoit? How you been doing? I'm completely bombing this draft. That's what I'm up to. Let's take out this double red creature. Put in let's do that, I guess. All right, let's see if we can maybe win one. Queues be long tonight. Keep that. We can turn to Frenzy Raptor. I mean, turn 2 Nest Robber. Turn 3, if we draw another land, we can play Frenzied Raptor. And we'll have access to some removal. Lols. All right. What to do, what to do. next. All right. So we traded the creatures there. That's fine. Got more power on the board. Got some removal. We might actually win this. We failed so much that we got in a bracket where our deck's winnable, beatable. So, yay for us, I guess. Oh yeah. Hi Jack. What? Good game, mate. Good game. So, we don't suck terribly. We didn't go 0 for 3, so score yay, we got 50 gold too. Alright, well let's do this again. Maybe that tweak helped us out a wee bit. Topsy. And me. Sure. All right, so put down the snub horn, and we will pass. Okay, next turn we lay down the sentinel. Maybe we reckless rage, depending on what comes down on the board. Pass. My turn. Okay. Play this. Target creature I don't control. No attacks. Okay, so we can lay down Territorial Hammer Squall next turn, I reckon. Whoa. We are slowly getting outclassed. Attack. Obviously, we locked down the pseudo Dino Death Toucher. That was just a bad play on my part. We should know better than that. We should know better than that. Yeah. I didn't need any of those cards. What the hell? Oh yeah. Impaled. Well, shite. That's what we do. No, we don't do that. Well, if they double block, then we get in. Cleaned up that board rather nicely. High five for me. Woot. Good game, mate. Oh, that Trapjaw Tyrant is so good. Yay! Got ourselves a game win. Got ourselves a card too. Essence capture, sweet. I needed that. All right, so 1, 2 wins. Let's do 3 wins. If we can do 3 wins, consider that an all right draft. Oh Lord. Well, this is poop. That's probably also poop, but we'll keep it. Wow. Good Lord. Can't go down anymore. Oh. Oh, just wounds me. Oh. Alright, we gotta keep the Trapjaw. It's too nice of a card to pitch to the bottom of the barrel. We're just gonna have a rough start. Oh dear. No attacks. I want to keep the luminous bonds up for a really good threat. So we're just taking 2 damage each turn, it's fine. Fine for now, anyhow. Okay, we'll get probably the flyer with the Divine Verdict next turn. Ixalan binding. What are we binding? That's fine. I didn't really have a plan for that. I did, however, have a plan for this. No attacks. All right, we're going to bind that. Okay. Hey. Nice. Should have seen that one coming, to be honest. But whatevs. Oh my god. Oh, I feel so bad. That was, I like punted so bad. Had we been paying attention. Could have actually exiled some stuff, made some progress. I didn't need that land. I didn't need that friggin' land at all. Oh my god. No attacks. Looks like we're not getting our looks like we're not getting our 3-3 record. Grr. Oh. Wah, wah, wah. Claim my prizes. If the video you just watched made you feel strong emotions, let us know by clicking the button indicating which feeling you felt. If you've got something to say about the video you just watched, go ahead and throw that down in the comments below. And if you'd like to stay in the loop and get neat things like notifications for when new videos hit the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button.